Welcome back, you hillbilly freaks, to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer. And today I've got a great slasher flick. This one is just all kinds of creepy. It is Jeff Lieberman's 1981 underrated classic. It is Just Before Dawn. And guys, this one is just a great hillbilly slasher horror flick. Let's dive into the absolute madness. Here is Just Before Dawn. Just Before Dawn is a creeptastic hillbilly slasher flick that focuses on the unsettling atmosphere of the untamed wilderness. Inhabiting a disturbing world of redneck sleaze and savage violence, director Jeff Lieberman presents a dire cinematic realm that is unlike any other. Completely brutal and unchained horror, Just Before Dawn is a classic example of the subgenre, and an outstanding entry that truly disturbs. The film follows a group of rowdy campers who decide to travel up into the mountains for some much-needed fun and relaxation. Unfortunately for them, their campsite is the stalking grounds for a pair of inbred mad killer twins who delight in massacring anyone who comes across their path. Stranded in the middle of nowhere and hunted like animals, the campers fight for their very survival, all the while trying to find a way off this mountain of death. In true 80s slasher form, the film has a dynamic cast of characters to fill out its demented cinematic world. The main hitters of the piece are Greg Henry as expert mountain climber Warren, Deborah Benson as Warren's conservative nature-loving girlfriend Constance, Katie Powell as the wild child sexpot Mary Cat Logan, and George Kennedy as the by-the-book forest ranger Roy McLean. Everyone really gives it their all in the acting department, and they ground their characters in succinct fashion to match the down-to-earth woodland setting. Truly remarkable in its atmospheric tone, Just Before Dawn thrills to perfection in its tense moments and unabashed violence. The horror on display is genuinely distinct and steeped in isolated splendor within its secluded setting. Drenched in scenic locales and breathtaking vistas, the doom and despair is top-notch and expertly executed, giving the film a unique feel that honestly entertains to no end. The lush forests and picturesque venues give great credence and splendid contrast to the unsavory actions taking place on the screen, and the brutal nature of the picture is deliriously demented in the most glorious of ways. With blood and violence abound, Just Before Dawn is a benchmark slasher flick that truly establishes itself at the top of the slasher food chain. Unbound in its raw nature and essentially unsettling, this is one cult classic that honestly allows you to feel the seclusion of its frightened cast. If you enjoy slasher films that craft a unique world of their own, then Just Before Dawn is a perfect fit for your cinematic loving mind. Primitive, primal, and totally wild, Just Before Dawn is sensationally sadistic and completely unhinged, and what more could you ask for? If you're in need of something out of the norm, then check this one out. Just Before Dawn is haunting hillbilly horror with a fantastically atmospheric twist. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the savage slasher Just Before Dawn. Just a great hillbilly horror flick, and one that just entertains to no end. You won't be disappointed with this one. But guys, that is it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that review, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you at the next movie review. Take care.